Not a cloud in the sky this morning. The sun is up and so am I. And we're going to do a little bit of round to it today. So, I've got I've got service history that says that this alternator was recommended to be replaced for bad diode several years ago. It is a reman of some kind. Seems to work. I have not noticed symptoms of bad diode necessarily in this car, but it does squeak and such. And Rock Auto gets me a pure energy one for like $58 once I send that core back. So we're going to swap that out. And this fuel pressure regulator lives right here. It's an old Bosch. That and the throttle position sensor are pretty much my last two old pieces that could cause stumbly idle. We have pretty damn good idle now. I'm just dialing it in. So we're going to make pretty short work of this. I may wait on that fuel pressure regulator. I may just do the alternator this morning. That's going to be brutally simple, folks. Let's get it done. Yeah, folks, it's out. Oh, look at that simple haul. I got to tell it like it is. This car has given me a hard time on certain things before. But then there are other things like that alternator. I don't know that there is an easier alternator than that to change. You got a 14 millimeter tensioner, you whoop it back. You loose your two 13 millimeter bolts, and you lift it out. We're going to drop a new one right in there. Hell, we'll do that in real time. Why not? It is that simple. Just grab that bad boy, stick her in. Can I do it one-handed installation? Yes. So that's going to sit right in there like that. Let me pop her in a little farther and get her mounted properly. All right, we got that buttoned up in record time. New alternator looking pretty, if nothing else. Old one's not as noisy spinning it by hand as I remember, but you know what, fuck it. Somebody said it was bad once before. I don't have proof they changed it. It was cheap. That was 15 minutes or something like that. So we got everything buttoned up real tight now. We're going to give it its first cold start of the day. See if there's any less noise on this belt drive. Maybe, maybe not. She's likely to be loud and stubborn in a number of ways. This has not been cranked in 2 days. Key engaged. First position. Let the systems boot. Let my air ride pump up. That suspension is working, folks. We are raising up right now. The lowrider's getting less low. Says we're over 10 volts under that load. Give it a second to finish pumping. We are leveling. I can definitely feel it. All right, let's turn her over. All right. Hell yeah, that belt drive's quieter. No question about it. Yeah, there were some interesting noises coming from over there that I don't hear at all anymore. Hell yeah, good day. I'll give you a little one. We're cold, that's all we're gonna do. But no, that's hella quieter, yay! The Trofeo loved it, but that just wasn't enough footage to make a decent video. So, let's clean up this nasty, disgusting 22R valve cover and get it ready to put on the new remanufactured engine. We're going to brake clean it down, get it real pretty, and then we're going to shoot some paint on this. I've got several shades of gray laid out, but I think I know which one I'm going to use for this one. We're going to keep it simple. All right, let's get to the metal behind that. And yes, I do have the sticker. I would have masked over it, but it just peeled off easy peasy, so that's how it wanted to come off to go back on. We'll reinstall it. Well, as you can see, that one cleaned up pretty damn nicely. There's still some stainage, but I mean, I don't have to paint that. I don't necessarily. If it wasn't a fully remanufactured engine that was going on that looked beautiful, I would call the client. But we're going to hit it. What we got to do that with is Rust-Oleum Barbecue Grill Gray, which has more of a silvery look than you would think. It's going to be, well, pretty damn neutral and bright, fresh aluminum looking. We're going to use that PCV grommet as its own masking. I'm going to stuff something in that oil fill, and we're going to get this thing shot down. It looking all right before, but now I'm real happy with what we got. See how neutral that finish is? I bet most mechanics have been using that as engine color spray paint for a while. Little darker than natural aluminum, but it doesn't look like somebody went crazy or wild. This well match and look great on top of that engine. We may come back through and highlight up those Toyota letters, maybe with red, I don't know. And we will put the 22R badge back on the front. But a happy, pretty painted valve cover. Going to give that a little bit of time to dry. And later today, we're going to go over there and see about getting the engine off of the pallet and onto the stand and see about dressing any missing components from old engine over to new engine. So, one piece ready to install. Have a great one, everybody.